Hey there on YouTube, Sal Paolantonio, Greg Cosell, Matt Bowen. It's the NFL Matchup Show. It's the longest-running studio show on television in the NFL. And I want to start with Rams and the Cardinals and go to you, Greg. What have you seen from this Rams offense recently that tells you, okay, Sean McVay is changing this offense. He's getting it as he makes a stretch run?
Well, a couple of things have stood out that really stood out last week against the Jaguars. Number one, we know they ran the ball, but it's how they ran the ball, Sal. They lined up 16 snaps in that game with 6 offensive linemen. So they made a commitment with Sony Michel to run the ball in the middle of their offense against the middle of the defense. And it was effective. Michel is a grinder. He's a sustainer. That's the kind of runner he is. And it helped them stay on schedule and then be able to work their passing game.
Quick follow-up question before I get to the Arizona offense, Matt. Why do you think he made that change?
I think a couple of reasons, and one is really important, and people may not be aware of this. They also had to make a change at receiver, and it's not that easy during the season. The loss of Robert Woods was critical. He was what we call their Z receiver, which means he's the motion receiver, the movement receiver, okay? They took Van Jefferson, and they now put him in that role. Jefferson had not played in that role, and they did that because Odell Beckham is not that guy. Odell Beckham is what we call the X receiver.
Yep.
He lines up on the ball. So they had to make a change at receiver with responsibilities. It's a tough change to make in the middle of a season. It takes time. So they decided the best way to run their offense was to focus more on the running game.
Matt, what do you see from Kyler Murray right now? He's healthy. He's back.
He is back. And when we got to look at the tape last week, the win over Chicago, you saw the movement ability. The ability to get to the edge of the pocket, escape, extend, make plays with your legs, make some throws in tough weather. Also, a key part of having Kyler Murray back, when they get the ball inside the low red zone, that's really the 10-yard line to the goal line. Now that run game element with Kyler gets to the top of the call sheet. Design carries for him as a runner. Now, what are you going to look for in this matchup, Sal? Well, again, we go back to the Week 4 tape in the head-to-head matchup against that Rams defense. Really zone-heavy, Sal. Over 70% zone coverage snaps. That's split safety quarters and late rotation to cover 3. So if you're Cliff Kingsbury, your zone beaters need to be at the top of the call sheet. You try to scheme those deep crossers and deep overs for DeAndre Hopkins. You get flood with 4 strong to bring the crosser back across the field. You do things that you know you're going to see from that Rams defense, but also something to think about. The Rams have played a little bit more man defense, which Greg will talk about. So do we see some situations where Jalen Ramsey is matched up versus DeAndre Hopkins? Because I want to see that. That's high-level football on Monday night.
Yeah, and Kyler Murray has the #1 QBR in the league against zone defense. And as Matt mentioned, they play more zone than any other team in the league, the Los Angeles Rams D. So what do you have quickly on the Rams D?
Well, over the last month, as Matt indicated, they have played more man. Now, they may choose not to do that because of Kyler Murray, but it's a different defense from Week 4 because they're playing a rookie linebacker, Jones, and he has been a big factor now. He plays every down. He plays in all their packages, and he's a more athletic player than what they had in there before. So he could be a difference maker. You might even see him as a spy on Murray.
What do you see in the Arizona defense in this matchup, in this game? A desperate Rams team.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if they go 6 offensive linemen, Greg and I have discussions, you might see a little bit more man coverage there, single high. But I think it's going to be split safety coverage. Now, the player to watch there, a couple. One, Sal, safety Buda Baker. Safety Buda Baker is the most urgent football player in the National Football League. And also Chandler Jones, his ability to rush off the edge.
And you know what? They play so much of getting after the quarterback, blitzing the quarterback. That defense has been really getting after the quarterback all year. If you like this, we're on ESPN and ESPN2 breaking down all of the matchups each and every week. Thank you for watching us on YouTube.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.